Hello everybody, I'm Henry. This video is a follow-up on a previous seal I did for Chris. He's an artist in calligraphy, specialized in Tibetan calligraphy and also learning Japanese calligraphy and Chinese kanji. He will be in Japanese also. Anyway, the seal that we have done before is on a small stone, relatively small, but it's a very common size of 3/4 inch of square, and that is for a beginner, I think. A very good size, but since Chris has a special request for larger versions, I offered a service to carve another seal of my own design, a second seal on a different stone. So this stone is 3 centimeters instead of 2 centimeters. Just 1 centimeter large, but looks much bigger than the previous one. In the first video, I missed the first half of the carving process, so this gave me an opportunity to revisit the content and the explanation of the Chinese seal script calligraphy. For those who are interested in learning the art of Chinese seal engraving, you may join us this month, starting a new class on seal engraving art and also on Chinese calligraphy writing. So this character, the first character, Yǒng, is a fundamental character in the art of the Chinese writing, art of calligraphy. Everybody knows that it contains all the method of all 8 methods of using the brush stroke. However, this is what we call the contemporary style. It's in a logical sense. This is a late evolution of this character. This is seal script, and when you write, you use this what we call Jingwen, contemporary style. Which actually starts to emerge in the Han Dynasty, and this seal script is script seals. Seal script is remained in place on the in form of seal engraving art, so it's still being used. It's not dead. You can see the relationship of the two. I have translated with AI help the evolution of the 2 characters used in this seal. In the video description, you can read that, and let me explain a little bit. Maybe we have a link in the video description, so you can see some of the pictographs. Let's see how we get that. The evolution of the first character, Yǒng, eternal. There's a link, a citation. Okay, let me put in the chat so you can visit that. Okay, if you go there, you'll see the character I just wrote and some symbols explaining the source of from undergone style to standard character. So in undergone's style, we see some something like that, lots of dots, right? So this 5 dots represent the water or river, and later in the development it become a verb. Actually, it's a verb. This is a man swimming, basically swimming in the. It's the side view of a man swimming in the river. So sometimes this side, I'm sorry, this could be two dots. So there's 3 symbols here. This part is half of this character 形, meaning movement, and this symbol in the middle is a person, side view, and this part could be just a wave or dots representing water. Okay, that's the original meaning. It's swimming underwater, in the water, and especially follow the current. So if you follow the current, you know you will swim very far. So it derived into the meaning of eternal, forever. Yeah, and the character gradually become standardized into this form. There's no more person or water, but still maintain the meaning. Okay, you can read that reference about this character. That's why it is very important to understand the original meaning of this character. So when I carve this design, I tried to keep this antiquity, the antiquarian feel. So this part is, you can see it's like the street. This basically is like the intersection of the street, and as a verb, meaning walking or movement, 行. And so in this compound word, a compound ideograph, it becomes we just use half of that. So this is the person. Actually, there's an angle here. So, and the ancient artists are very clever, very smart. They're building this words with a sense of beauty, balance. So it's and this is it's still curvy here, and in the bronze script it become something more like this. I think something. So it's more cursive, and then in the small seal script it becomes more squirrelized. And so this style that I used is what we call the contemporary or ancient script inspired contemporary style. It was popular in the late imperial period when they studied the ancient script, because as you probably don't know, the earliest form of writing, the oricabon style, is not discovered until 1899. So that's the year when someone first discovered the carving of oricabon, the marking on the oricabon, which was among the Chinese medicine, herbal medicine. And then he traced the source. He was a scholar. He discovered the Shang Dynasty king's tomb site. Then in the 19th and the 20th century, more and more. So now we have about 5,000 characters in the oricabon style. More than half of them are, only 1,500 also are recognized. And there's a award for every new interpretation. You'll get a huge reward from the government, I think. But it's really, but it's still, we know that it's a noun or some mostly like a place name or name of a plant, something like that. And so it's still a live language from 3,600 years ago until today. This is still, the cell script is still being used. So it's not a dead language, it's a phenomenon in human cultural history. That the writing system has its unbroken root all the way for almost 4,000 years. So this art form is very worth of study, and very few people nowadays are able to do it anymore. So that's why I decided to teach people in the West how to learn how to do this. Not just showing you what I do, but I will give you hand-on experience. And there's a package including the sandpaper. It's in addition to the course fee. It's only $100. Also, if you take a recording or live, $150. It's a weekly class for 10 weeks. Only less than $15 or $10 per class. So if you're interested in learning this, you probably have seen me doing this many times. This is your opportunity to get a hand on this form of art. Thank you, Marie. I'm glad you cut this. I'm doing another version of the same design as last week because the client, he's a calligrapher himself in Tibetan language. You know that? Let me see if I can bring a picture here, so maybe you can see what he does. Let me see. This is not here. Let me find it in the. Hold on, please. Yeah, he sent me some samples of his work when we design the work, so I know what he's doing. Okay, here we go. I found a sample of that. Look at that. Look at this. Can you let me see. Oops. I got it wrong. Sorry. Oh, you can see that it's probably different from the language in India. This is Tibetan. I cannot read it, but it has similar form in the square at least. There's some pictographs in the small seal he did himself. Anyway, so this is interesting, huh? I'm going to transfer the design that I have enlarged, of course, from 2 centimeter to 3 centimeter to this stone that I'm doing. So I still have this sample here in small size. Anyway, so this is the size of the stone. It's 3 centimeters. So here's the printout I made with my inkjet, not inkjet, laser jet. So this procedure only works with tonal cartridge. If you don't have to buy a laser printer, if you don't need it on daily basis, you can, if you have like a printing shop or copy shop in town, you can use any commercial Xerox machine. I don't know if they still provide this service. They used to have a machine in Office Depot or somewhere, or Kinko's is bought by the company. So they still offer this service, right? You can just duplicate the inkjet to copy the inkjet on a laserjet copier. You will get a copy from for this purpose. So I use a liquid called acetone. Acetone is nail polish remover, which serves as a transfer liquid instead of water. You can use ink and water to do it with a thin rice paper. We sell that too. In early video, you'll see my. I may still do the demo for you in the class. For those who want to learn the traditional way, this is much easier because if I want to replicate, or I want to make another attempt, sometimes you may need to do that. You don't have to draw this over and over again. It's not perfect because it's kind of dry when I lift it, so it does take multiple attempts. What we can do is I can use a marker to enhance it, or I just erase it with a sandpaper and redo it. In this case, I think I'm going to trace it, just enhance it with a marker pen, because I feel that it would be nicer to make the edge look thicker, because I saw Tibetan seal that the artist had has this thicker margin, and I think that might be a good idea to have this edge much thicker, so it's more powerful, makes more powerful statement. So just use permanent marker to do this. Usually the broken edge is randomly created as an authenticity mark. It's supposed to be random, so you cannot duplicate. So I just mark that, and some of the strokes are missing. I'm using a smaller marking pen to enhance it. You know, the idea is that to avoid two parallel lines or duplicate lines, so we break that edge because there's a horizontal line on top of this character Tiān or sky, the space, a dash above main. That's the pictograph. So we kind of break that edge to avoid the complete parallel duplicate, kind of redundancy. Understand? So how do you deal with those edge is a big design question, you know. So basically that's the strategy. Or you can use ink to just like a liquid ink to do this also, but I like the marking pen because it's waterproof when I rub it, because I have to constantly do that during the cutting. Okay, in this seal, I like, because the seal is so large, I use a big knife. You can use regular sizes, probably like this, 5 millimeters. This is a 8 or even larger, I think 8, yeah. So I use a professional tool here just for video purpose, because if you hold it in the hand, actually it's more recommended for beginners for better control. Because on the wheel it tends to be more, you have to get used to it. It's different, yeah. But once you get used to it, you become dependent. Every tool has an advantage and disadvantage. Like the large knife, it has an advantage to be very stable, but disadvantage that maybe not so accurate. If the style is very precision oriented, you need to use a smaller knife. Since we're using only the corners, it really doesn't matter. And I can use cutting or pushing, just two different basic strokes. If I want a coarse, like on this sample, on this design, enlarge it, you see that the edge is coarse on the upper side. It's kind of a little curve, you know. So I cut this way. Because on my left side is coarse, it's like a chipping side. One side is smooth, one side is chips. So slightly concave. The beauty of Chinese writing is very spontaneous look. You know, it has rules for sure, but you have more room to be artistic or creative. So, like the dash here is not 100% leveled, right? So I want to indicate that. Yeah, there's some, you know, swearing, something very random. Okay. So that's a planned chipping. That's I do this part because last time I had some accident here. It's a very crucial part in the whole design to make sure this works before I continue, I think. Okay, so got that done first. If I can do it in one stroke, I will not do it in two stroke. That's my way of doing this, because you want to have the feel of the cutting, not just little by little, but you try to get the basic shapes in as few cutting as possible. And then you can work on harmonizing, reduce the cutting traces. I can see a mirror image here. So my design shows a different shoulder kind of slant here. So you want to, if you don't pay attention to these details, everything will be kind of mechanical. So you want to make it very organic. So those curves are crucial to be organic. It's going in a little bit. Oops, I think I didn't flip it, so that's the problem. Let me see if I can do it here. I must flip it. You better have a mirror image in front of you, so you got very easy, you know, confused otherwise. Let me save a copy here. Save the copy. Oops. I forgot to do this before the copy. So I almost got wrong because the image, the template on the stone tells me this slants this way, but when I look at the reference, it's the opposite. That's a little bit confusing. I sometimes I just use a mirror to flip it. So now some of the references, some designs I used. Oops, I think it doesn't. Okay, they're mirrored. Now we have it. Okay, that helps me refocus. Okay, you can see I made a mistake already because the reference I used here in front of me tells me to go the other way. Okay, so let's see if I can change it. Yeah, I think we must change that. At least you want to make it more leveled, not because this may have to do with the chi flow. Yeah, so that's the idea. This leg also have a strong leg and a weak leg, or oops. I think I keep looking this prints. That's so confusing. Sorry. So this leg is longer. I just hide that completely because it's a I never had this before because I was usually have a mirrored image on my printout. To save time, I just flipped it on the screen here. So now I have to reorient to this. I hope the artists understand that each version, even from the same design, could be varied. The true spontaneity is It's very detailed, every detail actually. You want to control the spontaneity to make it looks natural, looks organic, looks loose, but not really. You can really go free. This is very spontaneous stroke on this edge, but it still has the kind of bone defined part, very defined part, to contrast with the broken outer edge there. So it looks like it has several sections, not a complete line. The most difficult part actually is not the stroke, it's the edge. It beats the AI or any, mechanical computer program could do. That's only human can do. Okay. Yeah, you can wave your hand to create those uneven rough edge, but it's hard to make it look more natural, and it's kind of hard to replicate even your own seal. So you have to go with the chance. I try to understand the principle behind, not to violate the principles, like the course of this kind of erosion or this impact. If I just copy everything, you might copy the mistakes. That's what I'm saying. So sometimes you want to copy everything. Sometimes you want to correct, even make it even better, without copy the pixel by pixel. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of interesting style, kind of like this triangle, the shape of negative and both negative and positive matrix, very interesting here. So you have to look sometimes positively, sometimes negatively. Because this cell is large, it gives me more room to play with the thickness of the strokes. You have to do this actually. It will look more organic, means it has bone, the muscle, and the blood. It's not a dead stick. The people standing there, the original pictograph. So just variation of thickness can do a lot. Slightly change of angle. But in general, it's a straight stroke, a slant stroke. No question about that. And it's sometimes just the result of a single cut. That's the difficult part. I wish I can do it upside down. That helps. I've never done this before. Cut it upside down. It's kind of hard to keep the connectivity, the flow of the strokes, while you have some absence of breakage of broken lines. So that's very artistic. Broken lines and continuity, coexistence. So the viewer can help you to complete this missing link. Missing stroke. You have to provide those clues. Okay, continuity also here, like the shoulder line cross the neck. You have to keep it continuous, including thickness, the angle, everything. It has a little kind of curve. So just cut deeper in the middle. The fewer strokes, the harder. So it's a misunderstanding that simple stroke characters like 3-stroke, number 3, is easiest, or because if you write calligraphy, you'll know that it's very difficult to arrange the 3 dashes nicely. This continuity goes all the way to the head part, so you cannot break that through. When you have a crossing, overlapping lines, that's very important to keep the flow going all the way up. Slightly expanding, slightly contract. So these are just like painting a figure. The arm, it's very sensitive. We learned the structure of the painting from the calligraphy more than drawing or sketching. The angle, it goes in and out. So there's a horizontal movement, at the same time as the vertical. You know, a little S, can you see that? That's, if you can see these kind of subtleties, you'll be a very good painter or designer in any art. The curve going down and then up, slow, it changes all the time. Let's see if there are any comments there. Okay. Strong HH. Yeah, thank you for your comments. If you're interested in learning more, considering taking my class. It's recorded. If you cannot take the live one, please get a copy of that. And Marie, she will be in my first class, and I will be answering questions to help you actually get a hand on your own stone. So you can buy all the tools before the class. I have listed in the registration page. If you want to wait, it's okay also, because in the first class I may give you more suggestions and explanation of what you need, what's necessary, or what's optional. You know, like this tour is definitely optional. It might not help beginners. It's very expensive too, so it's a good investment if you become a professional. It's not necessary to protect your finger or something like that. It's just I think for videotaping at least it's very helpful, so it stay focused in place. But you only need a knife and a stone, basically. You can use a marking pen, marker to do the design directly on the stone, if you like. Okay. It's very interesting, the time delay. I already cut like a character, but on the live video I see only got start. Why this is so slow? Let me start recording it. Right. Yeah, almost done. Okay. Let's make imprint. Use the old pad first because there might be debris get into the ink. Also, I want a little bit lighter imprint, drier ink, so give me a closer imprint. In the meantime, I blow a little air moisture from my mouth to kind of reduce the grain. And shake very lightly. That's very close to the design, I think. It's less broken because the stone size is too big. I think it will be better to leave a little more border to hold the chi together. Otherwise, it will be too loose, I think. Okay, let me go back to the original. Okay, this is the desirable effect, and here's the result. I'm pretty satisfied. I think it's different than the first one for sure. I hope Chris will like it as well. And let's make some more imprint. So first, let me make a comparison with the first one we have here. This is the small one. I just want to compare, so I put it next to it. You can see. I got a corner kind of lower than the one of the corners lower than the other three, so it gives me a good hint of orientation. Not every stone is the same. I will carve the signature on the left as usual to mark the orientation. A little bit blurry, but still you can compare with the first one. It's definitely more substantial. More like writing. Yeah, the late development is the seal actually try to duplicate not only the early bronze seal, but also the handwriting calligraphy effect on the paper. So we write it first, and then we carve. That's the idea. It combines the calligraphy with carving. So something between calligraphy and calligraphy also learned a lot from the seal engraving art for line quality, also painting as well. Just checking my inking. As I grow older, my art also more mature, I think, compared to when I started. I have kept all the imprints in my collection books. There are maybe 10 volumes of this. Some of them are published about 8 or 7 years ago, 8 years ago. I wish I had time to organize the new ones, but if you follow my channel, you will see the most updated projects I'm doing. And again, if you're interested in learning the art, this unique form of art, you can consider join my class, a joint class with Victoria. She will be teaching the calligraphy, and I will be teaching seal engraving. Hopefully will help you to get you an authentic name, so you can sign and also engrave yourself, or having me to do it. if you like, on the stone. So it's just part of the painting, Chinese and Japanese Sunni painting. Without this red seal, the painting is never finished. We'll talk about how to get a Chinese name or Japanese name, but the best is to consult a teacher or native speaker to help you, because the Asian language, the Chinese Japanese language, is not only based on sound. It cannot be translated, because each symbol has its unique meaning, and some of them have good meaning, more common used in name. Some good for female, some good for male, some good for men, and some for women. So you have to ask a teacher, a language teacher or friend from Japan or from China to Taiwan to help. So there are more than 10 billion people speaking the language, so it's a live ancient language. It's still evolving, In the age of AI, it will become even more popular, because everything is on the computer. It's like icons, the pictographic is not a hinder anymore for computing. So graphic design is so easy. I don't draw anymore. I use the mouse to design. This is I will show you how to do it in my class. My way of doing this in using the computer technology. So I'll see you in class. I realize there's for some reason there's a half an hour delay, so I'm going to keep streaming until it's done. I will not be able to answer questions anymore, so I hope this problem will not replicating when I teach. It's just one of those technical problems. So have a good weekend. Bye bye now. Until next time. See you.